What's good, y'all? It's your boy Asian. Welcome back to Saturday Night Frights, where we all come together as a community, watch scary horror stories, have a good time doing it. So look, hopefully you guys got your snacks, man. Look, I'm not here to waste any more time, so without further ado, man, let's get it. You guys like the new intro? It took me a couple of days to make it, but hopefully you guys like it. It's very fitting to this series, man. Alright, the first video, we got Halloween Film Fest, The Hug, now streaming Hulu. Hulu, if you're watching this, man, don't come out to my channel, please, man. Let's get it. Hulu presents Halloween. Whoa. Oh, it's like Chuck E. Cheese. Okay. Come on. I feel like we all been to Chuck E. Cheese when we was a kid.
It's a new high school.
That's the mascot? Look, I ain't gonna lie. If that's the mascot, I'm not going there. This look like a whack mascot. Bro, would you go to this place? Where's Chucky at? Bro, I'd rather go to Chuck E. Cheese and Pandory's Pan Pizza Palace. Even though pizza's my favorite food, if this dude's the mascot, I will not be going over there. He got one tooth. Nah, man. Look how he's looking at you too. Nah. That's a lot of tickets.
Now let's make the panda put on a show for us.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of a savage when I was a kid, man. When I used to go to Chuck E. Cheese, man, I used to steal other kids' tickets, man. It was so funny, man. I was... Because they used to have, like, the good prices, and I would never have enough, so I would just steal other kids' tickets, man. It was... It's crazy. Pandora's Big Show.
Hold on, guys. Pandora's on his dinner break. He'll be back in an hour.
An hour?
Really, dude?
Yeah, really. What do you think this is? Sorry, kid. It's dinner time. Even Panda's gotta eat.
It's a freaking robot. It's my birthday, and I want a panda show now.
Y'all still want to see that sucker, man?
Listen, you little kid.
Oh, he about to say something. Oh, pizza. I love Chuck E. Cheese pizza. For my line. Bro, what? Hold on. First of all, who are you? You're not part of the family. You're not even supposed to be worried about that, man. Talking about former lion. Who are you? We don't know you. Bro.
Okay, no, form a line.
Look, and then he did that to the kid, bro. Fire him immediately, man. Fire him immediately, bro.
It's just pizza. Calm down.
He stole the keys? Come on, man.
All right, first of all, plates away from the pizza. There we go. All right, pizza for you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Dude, did you see that?
Together for Pandory the Panda.
Oh, nah. Look at that one tooth.
Hi.
Look, you don't say tooth. You say tooth. T-O-O-F. Tooth. One tooth. All right, let me stop.
I'm Pandory the Panda. What's your name?
Aiden.
Aiden?
Oh, that's a pretty name. Do you want me to put on a show for you?
No. Look how he's looking.
Sure.
Great. But first, you gotta come give me a big fat hug.
Aiden, don't do it, man. He's gonna do it anyways.
Come on. Don't be shy.
Kids will be kids, man. Bro. You're gonna hug a random robot. That thing is like 1,000,000 times stronger than you. Ew. He's turned on? Oh, nah, that's sick, bro. Oh, yeah, now you dead now. He likes that. Oh yeah, you're dead. Straight up dead. Look at this dude.
All right. Now give me a. Hey.
Oh, see?
Hey.
That's what you get, Aiden.
I can't breathe. Help! Somebody!
You can't make this stuff up, man.
Mommy! Mom!
Ooh.
Help! Somebody! Help!
Ah, it's bigger than his back. That was a mask? Ugh.
Alright, everybody calm down. We got it. There's one for you. Don't drop that.
Bro, who is
Yeah,
this
there you
dude, man?
go.
That's not his
Look what you
job.
did.
Oh!
There you go. There, got
Aiden!
my hand on it.
Yeah, that
You
sucker
see
gone.
Aiden? Where's Aiden? Aiden, come over here right
Yeah, that sucker gone.
Oh.
Oh! I know this dude didn't just jump on the table, knock the kid pizza away like he's the main character. Dude, if you don't go back to work and sit your whack behind down somewhere, bro, look at this, bro. Look,
Come over here right now.
his keys are gone. Look at this. Look, bro, you do not need to do all that, bro. Yeah, I know you hear him inside. They gonna play the song?
My pan pizza's #1.
Pandori's Pan Pizza Palace.
Come for the pizza, stay for the fun.
That song's is a banger right there. All right, we got another one from Hulu, man. It's called Carved, man. Let's get it. Huluween. Look at that crow or a raven. I can't tell the difference. Oh yeah, that's a crow. What's so dramatic? It's pumpkin. Oh, he's collecting pumpkins. Okay. That's a good looking one right there. Yo, you do not want to get that one. It got a face. Bro, do not get that one. Even the bird is warning you. Don't get it. Don't get it. He gonna get it anyways. Look, it's still warning him. See how hard it was to cut that? Look, now you're dead now. Look, bro, like, alright, watch what happened. I told you. Should have heeded my warnings. Oh, he's selling them.
What do you think, buddy? See any winners?
It's that same crow. Don't get that one, man. There's a reason why you hid it from the other ones.
That one.
Bro, come on.
That's disgusting.
It is.
Come on, let's
No,
go
I
back.
want that one.
Buddy, seriously, we can do way better.
That one. 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 That.
Bro, go get the other ones or you're not gonna get any at all. Bro, we're not getting that one, okay?
That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one.
He's still saying, bro.
That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one.
At this point, man, we got to go home, and he's gonna get grounded indefinitely, man. You ain't gonna embarrass me like that in front of everybody, man. You're gonna be in timeout until I say so. Talking about that one and yelling,
that one.
and then you're gonna agree with, bro. Look at your face, bro. Oh. Hey, why are you so aggressive with it? You don't have to do all that to carve pumpkins. Look, he's just watching it. Just watching them. Watch his brothers and sisters get sliced and carved, man. Why'd you have to pick this one, man? I would have snuck away and put it back.
Oh boy. And here we go.
Oh! Something out of Harry Potter or something like that. That sucker dead. Yo! It's all this sucker's fault, man. It's all his fault. He died because of this sucker. Come on. Yeah!
That's disgusting.
Ooh, he carved them up. Dang. That is disgusting. Whoa. Man. Moral of the story, man. If your kid doing that, man, just go home and ground them, man. Alright, in this next one, we got Scary Roommate Horror Stories animated by Mort.
When I was 21, I transferred to a college in San Francisco. I checked out a room for rent on Craigslist. It was in a really nice 2-bedroom apartment. It was cheap rent and close to campus, so it was the ideal spot. The girl who lived there was 29 and her name was Beth. She was tall and wide, and she had jet black hair and wore pale makeup. She seemed nice, although a little quiet, but she seemed to like me and agreed to let me move in. So far, so good. My first night there, we went out for pizza, and that's when I could tell that something was a little bit off with her. Throughout dinner, she kept telling me how much I looked like Shia LaBeouf. I didn't know what to say, so I just shrugged it off with a thanks. I mean, I looked nothing like Shia LaBeouf, so it just didn't make any sense to me.
She's on drugs, man.
When we got back home, she asked if I had seen her room yet. I said no, and she took me to see it. Her walls were covered in posters of Shia LaBeouf. She had even printed out photos of him all over her mirror.
Red flag.
She owned all of his movies. I mean, I didn't know what to make of it. It was creepy. The whole night she had been saying I look like him, and now it's obvious to me that she's obsessed with the guy. A few weeks passed, and I never really saw her that much. We didn't spend any time together, really. She would come home from work and practically run to her room. She would spend the whole night in there. She had this really creepy high-pitched giggle, and I would hear her giggling through the walls at night. I wondered what the hell she could possibly be doing. Occasionally, she would come out and talk for like 2 minutes, and then she would always be slurring her words. So I suspected she was drinking a lot. Sometimes she wouldn't say anything, and she would just stand in the hallway and watch me in the living room. I would turn and see her and be surprised and say something like, "Hello, Beth." And then there would be this long, awkward pause, and she would just give out her creepy, high-pitched giggle. It was uncomfortable being around her.
Like a billion red flags.
She gave me the chills. One night, I woke up at around 2 a.m. because I heard what sounded like the front door being unlocked. I came out of my bedroom, and all the lights were off. But I could still see Beth standing at the front door. She had her face against it. and she was turning the lock back and forth over and over again. And
Bro.
every time she turned the bolt, she mumbled my name.
Max.
Freaking weirdo, man.
Max.
Seeing her standing in the dark and mumbling my name really freaked me out. And it doesn't help that she kind of looks like a bigger version of the girl from The Ring. I just quietly went back to my room and tried to sleep. One night, I was watching Gladiator and she stumbled out of her room and turned on the living room light, forcing me to pause the movie, which was annoying. She then asked me if I wanted to hear about her ex-boyfriend.
No, I
It was
do
an
not.
uneasy segue into the topic, but I just said sure and then awkwardly sat back to listen to her. 10 minutes into her story and she was extremely riled up. She was screaming at the top of her lungs about their breakup. I was worried that the neighbors were going to call the cops and she wasn't listening to me when I was asking her to lower the volume. Amidst all of her screaming, one thing she said really freaked me out. She was in such a fit and she yelled that she'll slit his fucking throat. That was a big game changer.
Bro, how many,
Suddenly,
bro, there's like a billion game changers that happen, bro. You just keep overlooking them, bro. Come on.
No idea what this girl was capable of. I mean, she was practically a stranger, and everything I had seen was becoming alarmingly disturbing. After a few more minutes, she told me thanks for listening and started doing her giggle. I got out of there pretty
Why you
fast
laughing like
and
that,
went
man?
to my room
Ask
to
her
go to
that.
sleep. I had a pretty unsettling feeling about being in the house with her. And what's worse is that there was no lock on my bedroom door.
Another
I
red
pushed
flag.
the edge of my dresser in front of it to act as like a little barricade.
Good.
I woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of my dresser scraping against the floor. Beth was pushing the door open. I turned on my light, shouting at her to stop. I could see her through the opening of the door.
Bro, look at
She
her,
was
bro.
so drunk and had this insane look in her eyes. I pushed the door closed and yelled at her to go to bed. I could hear her walk back to her room, but I couldn't fall back asleep. The next morning when I went out into the hallway, my heart dropped. I saw that one of her steak knives was on the floor by my door.
Steak knives?
I got goosebumps all over my arms.
Bro, we don't leave.
All I could think about was her saying she would slit that guy's throat. I confronted her about it and she said,
Sucker, she was talking about you. She wasn't talking about her ex, man. Bro, you're not listening to what she's actually saying, bro. She said she gonna slit your throat. She's foreshadowing it. And you see it right there. The knife is right in front of your door.
said she didn't remember trying to push my door open. She said she didn't even remember telling me about her ex. I had enough. My lease was month to month, so I found a new spot and moved out. About a month after I moved out, she contacted me. I was at the movies and my phone was off. When I got out, I turned my phone on. And to my shock, I received 40 plus text messages that she had sent me over the past 2 hours. They were all just insane texts that ranged from everything between, "Hi, how are you?" to "I fucking hate you." It was insane. I didn't respond and I never heard from her again. I always wonder if I hadn't set my dresser in front of my door, would she have quietly crept into my room and slit my throat?
Yes.
It freaks me out.
Like I said, she wasn't talking about her ex. She was talking about you, man. Bro, she need to get some help, for real. All right, and the last one for today is called The Dentist Horror Story by Mort again.
Do you remember as a kid, where you imagined dentists as some kind of crazy psychos who enjoy hurting people?
Not really.
And how they wanted to rip out all of your teeth against your will?
Not really.
Well, we all know now that we were just overreacting kids back then. But it wasn't exactly false for me. When one day, my childhood nightmare became a reality. And this experience is something that has forever left a mark and a trauma on me. Me and my boyfriend back then moved in together and wanted to start a new life in a new town. We both came from poor families with experiences of alcohol abuses. So, we couldn't afford much, and we had to work really hard to sustain our needs. One evening, when I came back from work, my tooth started to hurt a lot. I tried to ignore it because I thought I was just tired and it would eventually go away after some time. So I went to bed and fell asleep. But in the morning, the pain got worse. I told that to my boyfriend, and he started to worry. We didn't have any insurance because we hardly even have money
Is he sleeping in a full suit? Alright, let me stop.
for our basic needs. So, for us, this was a big problem. We started to search through the internet and local magazines for dental clinics, but most of them were very expensive and clearly we couldn't afford them. My condition was getting worse to the point that I couldn't even focus on my work most of the time. Desperately, I called to my parents. I begged them for help and asked to send us some money, but they refused. By
Of
now,
course.
you guys probably know what they were like, and that's the exact reason why I moved out from there. At the end of my shift, my boyfriend called me with some good news. He found a really cheap dentist in town, and he immediately made an appointment for me. He texted me the address and told me to be there at exactly 7 p.m. tonight. I packed my things from work and went to the bus stop. When I arrived there, I went into the building and sat down on a chair next to the clinic room. I could hear two people talking inside the room, so I decided not to interrupt and wait for my turn. After 10 minutes, some lady just ran out of the room like she was in a hurry or something.
Yo!
She dropped her wallet on the floor, but before I noticed it, she was already gone.
Bro, red flag. First off, there's a red flag before this one. What dentist is open at 7 p.m.? Don't they close at that time? Why is there a 24/7 dentist? Explain that. That's a red flag. Don't go to cheap dentist, man. Just go to a certified dentist.
Meanwhile, the door opened again, and a pleasant man's voice invited me in. I turned around, and I could see a short, middle-aged
dude.
man with a big smile. I greeted him and told him about the lady and the wallet she dropped. He said, "Oh, don't worry. She was in a hurry for a bus. You can give me her wallet. She's a close friend of mine and I'll give it back to her."
Oh, this dude's stealing too?
I gave him the wallet and brushed off the situation. For the next few minutes, we talked and filed all the necessary papers. I told him about my toothache. He seemed so nice and funny. Then, he prepared his dental equipment and I sat down on the chair. And after that, things started to get weird. He told me to open my mouth wide so that he could start the examination. I don't know why, but it felt like he was standing too close to me. Besides, shouldn't dentists sit down on their chair while working too?
Facts.
Then
Dude standing up.
I felt a rubbing sensation on my arm. It was so weird. I thought it was his leg, but later, I realized it wasn't. I thought he wasn't doing it on purpose, so I tried to move my arm a bit, but his body followed
Wait.
my arm.
That wasn't his
He tried to chat
hand.
me up to distract
Bro.
me from whatever he was doing, but I could feel everything.
This dude is a weirdo.
Then he stopped for some time, but a few seconds later, he just grabbed my arm and told me not to move that much. He was holding me really tight.
Bro.
I had enough, so I gathered my courage to tell him to stop. But he just sighed. Fortunately, a few seconds later, he released my arm. After this confrontation, he started to act harsh and rude.
Oh.
He seemed like he was offended and didn't want to smile anymore. Nothing really happened after that, until I finished my dental appointment where he told me to come back again for a follow-up treatment next week. After leaving, I felt
better not
so
come back.
scared of him and didn't
Look
want
at
to
this
go
dude.
back. I could see him looking through the window of his clinic with a really angry or disappointed face, like he was expecting something from me.
Dude's on
I
crack.
told what just happened to my boyfriend, but he told me I was just overreacting and we couldn't afford any other
Bro,
dentist.
the worst boyfriend
So,
ever.
I should be grateful that he found me a clinic that fits our budget. I knew that he wanted what's best for me, but as I said, we were in a bad financial situation, so I couldn't complain and be picky in this time. I knew I had to go back there again, but at least he did his job and my tooth didn't hurt anymore. Fast forward to my second dental appointment.
You actually
I was
going back?
feeling so anxious right before the meeting, but unexpectedly, he greeted me with the same big smile as before. We chatted like nothing happened and he proceeded to the treatment very professionally. Everything seemed to be okay while he was treating me. This time, he sat on a chair and didn't do anything weird. In the middle of the operation,
plotting.
I was looking at him and he seemed nervous. We were sitting in silence for some time when, out of nowhere, he told me, "Hey, I really like your body.
Bro.
You are just my type."
Come on, bro.
It was so confusing and it felt
Why is you
so
touching her like
awkward.
that?
I couldn't even answer him with a fully open mouth.
Bro.
But I started to move my lips and replied, "I appreciate your compliment." Then there was just dead silence. I started to look around the room and I noticed the wallet. I realized it was the same wallet that I gave him a week ago after some lady dropped it on her way out. Something was wrong with this guy. My heartbeat was pounding and I started to sweat. Then he said, "Come to my apartment after the treatment, just
man.
for a tea."
No,
I immediately
tea?
knew what was going on, and I replied to him, "Thanks for the invite, but I have a boyfriend and I respect him, so I don't want to hang out with some other men." "Come on, I don't ask you to go to bed with me.
Bro.
Just for a tea. He won't find out," he replied.
Just for some tea, huh?
I refused again, but he insisted. He was trying so hard to convince me that he was literally forcing me to agree. The worst thing was he was holding his dental drill and started to become violent with it. He started to push it harder and harder into my teeth. I couldn't see, but I knew something bad was going on and he was
just elbow him,
intentionally
man.
doing it to me. I could feel more and more pain while he was doing this. "You will go with me, right? Just for a tea.
Bro,
Just for a tea."
Just say yeah and lie to him.
He
Lie
was
to him later.
repeating it over and over again. I stopped replying to him, and now I was just looking for a way to escape. But I didn't want to hurt myself with all those dental equipment, so I just didn't move. I could feel he was drilling in my tooth harder and
Just
harder.
lie.
I felt like crying from the pain, but I didn't want to show him that I am an easy target.
Bro.
Finally, I said to him, "Okay, I will go with you." His face instantly turned from angry to cheerful.
About to have
And
no
he said,
teeth.
"Sweet!" with a big smile like nothing had happened. Then he stepped away from me to grab something from the table, and I took my chance to hit him on the head with any item next to my chair. And I ran away from the clinic as fast as I can.
Good.
I wasn't even trying to look behind me if he was chasing me or if he was still inside. I just want to escape from this crazy maniac. When I ran out of breath after a few blocks, I stopped to take some air.
I know all your teeth hurt.
Fortunately, I couldn't spot him anywhere. Then I realized something was pouring out of my mouth. It was blood. He did something to me and I couldn't see how bad it was. I slowly placed my finger into my mouth and checked every tooth. I came across something that felt really weird. I counted all of them and realized that there was something quite missing.
A tooth?
But then I realized he just drilled my tooth deeper into my gums. I came back to my house and told everything in tears to my boyfriend. He drove me to the police station and I gave a statement. They directed us to the state dental clinic to check for damages. The
Now you gonna pay
damages
for
were
that?
so bad that they had to remove my tooth.
Oh,
I couldn't
man.
take it anymore and burst it out into tears. It was so hard for me because we couldn't even afford an implant back then. Meanwhile, the police drove to that guy's clinic to take him to custody. He insisted that he was innocent. It was just a medical mistake and that I was crazy.
Nah,
He
man.
testified that I made it all up. If you want to know how it all ended, then here is the harsh reality. Unfortunately, the law system favors the rich people.
Bro.
and he was only fined a few thousands as a punishment. I bet he had deals with the police too.
Probably.
He didn't go to jail nor was forced to close his dental clinic. I couldn't afford a good lawyer, so I couldn't do much back then. And this crazy maniac is
This
still
bozo.
seeing patients. I remembered the name of the lady through an ID from her wallet and asked the police about her. They told me that the lady was reported missing about a week ago.
A week ago?
Nothing more. Up to this day, all I'm wondering is that what he did to that lady and how many more women did that maniac sexually harass and have physically hurted over the course of his time operating the clinic.
Bro, a long time, man. Very long time. See, look, this is why you don't go to a dentist after 7 o'clock. They not even supposed to be open at that time. There's no 24/7 dentist I ever heard of. If there is, props to you, but it's probably 1%, man. And don't go to no cheap dentist, man. Otherwise, it's gonna happen to you. Teeth get drilled in deeper into your gum, bro. That is crazy, man. But with that being said, I'm gonna end it off right there, y'all. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video, man. Please smack the like button, subscribe today to join the AA, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.